thought I'd do a little bit of a live stream here in Barcelona as I'm walking home. Just came back from the gym. Just was lifting with a buddy of mine, YouTube buddy of mine, Mario Tomic. You should check out his channel, by the way, Mario Tomic. I think that's what he calls his channel. And he just happened to be in Barcelona. He's actually living here now. And so I thought I would meet up with him and then go for a workout. So now I'm just walking home. It's about like a 40-minute walk. So I thought I'd do a little live stream here. You can kind of see Barcelona. Hey Zal, how's it going? What's up, Jeffrey? And hey Mir. So anyway, yeah. So I figured I'd do a little bit of Q&A while I'm here. I'm gonna be in Barcelona for about a month. So I'll be here until September 1st. September 1st I go back home. Hey AJ, what's going on, man? So yeah. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a meetup here in Barcelona. Maybe I'll try and put something together if you guys want to meet up. I know there's a bunch of you that are here in Barcelona. Hey David, what's up guys? So we'll see though. I'll see. Maybe I'll put something and do a video and announce it and stuff. We'll find a good place maybe. So yeah. So anyway, just I'm enjoying it so far. Barcelona's pretty cool. Went and ran on the beach yesterday. Did like a 10-mile run in the heat. It was kind of crazy. A little hotter than I expected, but hey, you know what? I got it done, and that's what counts. So, all right. So yeah. So and I've been traveling. Let's see. When did I leave? I went on a cruise. Started off in Rome, and then went on a cruise to the Greek islands, and then after that went back to Rome and then to Madrid. Madrid was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed Madrid a lot. It was actually way different than what I expected it to be. I don't know, for some reason I thought it was going to be like a smaller city with like a bullfighting ring in the middle. But it's a big city, and it is very modernized and very clean, surprisingly. Barcelona feels a little bit more to me like Berlin did. I like how it's got all these little places outside to eat, and it kind of feels more community. Right? So I haven't checked out the nightlife yet. I'll probably do that tonight. So, all right. So how do you get your first 10 customers as an entrepreneur? That's a good question. Basically, the answer is that however you can, right? I mean, if you're starting out as an entrepreneur and you're trying to get your first 10 customers, do whatever it takes. Like, do stuff that doesn't scale. I'm sure you've heard of this before, but really, like, if that means just reaching out to people, getting them on the phone, like doing whatever that's required in order to get the business started, that's what you've got to do, right? I mean, if someone put a gun to your head and you're like, oh, you got to get 10 customers, you'd figure out a way, right? And that's the whole thing, is like, you can't worry, you know, like when you have 0 customers, 1 is big, okay? When you have 1 customer, getting 1 more is 100% improvement, right? When you have 1,000, then yeah, then you can't do that same stuff. But when you're starting out, you know, you can grow exponentially just by doing stuff that won't scale at the larger, and you'll get an idea of who your customer is and stuff. So that's what would be my advice for that. Let's see, how do I get my? Well, I thought my internet connection was good. I'm losing connection here pretty quickly here, so I might have to wrap this up sooner than what I anticipated. But the question was, you know, how do you get your first student in your online course? And it's the same thing. The same thing that I said, right? Is it doesn't matter, you know, what it is, right? If it's an online course, you know, you have a blog, you have traffic. You're going to need that in order to like really grow it. But if you don't at this point, can you just reach out to people? Can you reach out to people on forums? Can you talk to people that you know, right? You know, how can you? You know, if you had to find 1 student, how would you do that, right? What is the process? It's not going to scale, But if you do very high touch sales process, you could certainly get one person to enroll. Now, that's not a great goal, right? Especially for something like an online course, because that's a business that has to scale, okay? So that's not a good strategy. A good strategy is to have a constant stream, to do inbound marketing, right? To have people coming to you, right? Either through a marketplace, like Udemy does that, Amazon offers marketplaces, right? Or better yet, your blog, your website, your YouTube channel, something where you're putting out content, even Instagram, right? Instagram, I'm just starting to get started on Instagram. By the way, follow me, Bulldog Mindset on Instagram. But you have to have some kind of channel to have inbound marketing if you really want to be successful with something like that. So that's the thing. So like I said, if you can't figure out how to get one student, you're gonna have trouble getting multiple. But but that's not good enough for that kind of a business. You're gonna need to have a constant stream of students coming in. And one of the things I'll say about that too is you need an email list, right? If you haven't already, check out, I've got a video series on starting an online business. And in that I talk about, how to build an audience and an email list. And that's critical. Most of your sales are gonna come through email. That's just how it works. Let's see, Fabio says, hi John, how's your nutrition in Barcelona keeping your diet? So good, actually, pretty good, right? I'm basically continuing on the fasting, doing the workouts, like I said, running 10 miles 4 times a week, and I'm fasted all day today. I'll eat my meal today probably around 7 o'clock, and I intend to come back in better shape than I left, which is kind of going to be a first for me for a travel, but I realize that it's a weakness that I have to overcome, is that every time that I've been traveling for long periods of time, I've been coming back in worse conditions. So I'm Bulldog mindsetting it, and I'm sticking to the diet and the plan. Now, I'm not being super strict on what I'm eating, although I'm avoiding sugar for the most part, but I'm keeping the fasting schedule going, which is the most important thing. So, all right. I got time for, I think, maybe about one more question. It's kind of loud. It is loud, see, there's a lot of mopeds. Am I gonna travel to Greece? I already did, actually. All that list from walking. Am I financially free? Yes, definitely. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel to find out more about that. I'm not going to go into the details here, but how about let's get maybe one more question, and then I've got to turn this off here. Okay, let me see. This is a good one. Should I focus on my online business in my native country? Or like in English, and this is Finland, I think you said. So this question I get a lot, and I think this depends, right? I think you could be successful either way. Like, one of the keys to being successful in business, I think, is to niche down, right? And so that you can be the authority in a particular audience. So the one thing, this is what I basically say, is that you want to be able to be #1 best in the world at something, okay? So what is that thing, right? So, for example, right, if you're creating some kind of business or site in Finland, and you're gonna target that audience, right, of 5 million people in Finland, you need to be the #1 best X in Finland, right? The best fitness coach in Finland, the best whatever it is that you can be, and there has to be enough depth of it. Well, that's how you're niching down, okay? If you're just saying, I want to do something, this niche, and should I do it in the US or do it in Finland, like do it in English or not, then that's a totally different question, okay? It just, like, your niche specifically has to be that you're targeting a Finnish audience, if that's what you're gonna do. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's more important that you have, like, the thing that's gonna make people resonate with you and it's gonna build the community and the audience is gonna be the connection, right? That you're sharing something in common with them. That's the key thing. And so you're building a community based on that, right? So like you guys that follow this channel, that I assume that most of you like connect because we have something in common, right? You're into improving yourself, into fitness and finance, and becoming financially independent and becoming a better version of yourself, right? That I would hope that's, you're at least some way connected to that, right? And that's why you're part of this community. That's why you're interested in what I have to say. So now that's a pretty wide niche, but I've already got an audience. When I started out, I didn't start out that wide. So that's the key thing, is right, you've got to find something that is going to identify with people. And the wider it is, the more difficult it is to get traction, right? Okay, you know, someone who's really big already and famous, like Tony Robbins, can have a very, very wide niche and get a lot of traction because he already has traction. He's got a big audience. It's a huge competitive field. So if you're just starting out, you want to niche down as small as possible. But just know that it's going to be really hard for you to, you know, go beyond your audience if you choose to just, you know, target a finished audience. Like, it's going to be hard to, you know, bring that mainstream. So, all right, that's about all I got time for right now. Some interesting questions here, but thanks guys for joining me. I'll probably do another one of these maybe when I'm not on the street. I gotta figure out where I'm going actually. So, but yeah, Barcelona's cool so far. Maybe I'll do a meetup. You know, guys, let me know. Leave a comment and thumbs up if you're in Barcelona, if you want to do a meetup, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do that, but I just want to do at least like some live stream here on the street. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later.